Our country is in desperate need of brave and courageous leadership. But right now, we don't have it. We don't have it. So where does the bravery have to come from? Believers, followers of Jesus. He says, listen, did you catch what he said in verse 5? He said, no man will be able to stand before you all the days of your life. He says, get up, go out of the wilderness, and no man is going to be able to stand before you. What does he say? Even though nobody will be able to stand before you, they certainly going to try you. Anytime you see God say, okay, I'm going to be with you and nobody's going to stand before you, what does that mean? They certainly going to try to stand before you. Remember when Jesus spoke to Peter? And he spoke to Peter, and he told Peter, who do men say that I am? Peter says, you are the Christ, Son of the living God. Jesus says, upon that rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. What is Jesus saying? The gates of hell are certainly going to try, but they won't prevail. Isn't it interesting that they're walking out of the wilderness, but they're about to go into some battles? Just because the wilderness is over, don't think there aren't battles around the corner. Jesus said in John 16:33, in this life you will have tribulation. The old preacher used to say, you either coming out of a battle, you in a battle, or you about to go in one. Life is about embracing different challenges. Sometimes you're going to go through different challenges. But when you go through these challenges, just know God promises. God said, look, you have my promises. Notice he said, get up and I'm going to give you everywhere your foot treads. This time he says, no one will be able to stand before you. But listen to what he says. He says, no one will be able to stand before you all the days of your life. For just as I've been with Moses, I'll be with you. I will not fail you. I will not forsake you. You know what he's saying? You got God's promises. Nobody's going to stand before you. I will not fail you. I will not forsake you. You see, you can face battles with no problems when you know God is going to be undergirding you. When you know God is going to be carrying me through. So you know what? After the election, the battle continues. After the pandemic, after the wilderness, the battle continues. Let me tell you, if Biden and Harris gets elected, yes, it's still going to be a battle to stand up for the oppressed. It's still going to be a battle to stand up for the unborn, stand up for the poor, because politicians do get real forgetful once you get them in office. So guess what? It's still going to be a battle. You're going to wake up tomorrow and say, I still got to challenge you. And if Trump gets in office, guess what? It's still going to be a battle the next day. And you know what that battle is going to be about? You know what? Everybody wants to cause confusion and unrest, but I'm going to battle for unity. I'm going to battle to bring us all together. God comes on the scene and says, men gonna try you, even though you done spent 40 years in the wilderness. And he said, you know what? It's okay. I won't fail you. I won't forsake you. And I'm gonna be with you. And eventually you gonna win. Y'all do know we're on the winning side, right? You're on the winning side. God's got you. And eventually we sit up here in the place of victory because of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Isaiah 41:10 is a great passage, great memory verse passage. Isaiah 41:10. He says, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not anxiously look about you, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Surely I will help you. Surely I will uphold you with my righteous hand. God's got you, y'all. Romans 8:18, it says, for I consider that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that is to be revealed. God's got you, y'all. The struggle is real, but the rewards are real, y'all. Rewards are real.